Hey, Jersey Shore home owners. Hey, big changes are hitting the real estate market in 2025 with New Jersey's updated mansion tax. If you're thinking of selling your home in Cape May County, this could impact your bottom line. So let's break down the facts, the figures, and help you understand what this means for you. Chip Watson here, Jersey Shore real estate experts brokered by eXp Realty. If you're not a fan already, please click the link below. Please like, subscribe, and pass this along to your friends. So let's get into what's happening in here in New Jersey. Back in 2004, the state of New Jersey implemented what they called a mansion tax. And that was a tax against buyers who were in the position to be able to purchase a home for over $1 million. They were then hit with a 1% tax that was calculated into their purchase that was paid to the state of New Jersey because they were in the high echelon of luxury market to be able to purchase $1 million home. So now let's take that and put it into what it looks like today in 2025. So as of July 2025, that mansion tax or luxury tax is now going to be flipped from the buyers to the sellers. This is very important. The sellers in New Jersey, if you are selling a property over $1 million, will now be forced to pay this tax. It will be a 1% tax of that sale. In the event that you are able to sell your property for more than $1.5 to $2.5 million, that tax is going to increase to 2%. If your home sells for higher than 2.5%, you could incur up to a 3% tax in selling your home. So what does that mean to Cape May County? Back in 2004, when they implemented this buyer luxury tax, it only affected a small percentage of sales in the county. So in other words, only between 5 to 10% of the sales that were happening in 2004 were sales that were above $1 million. So fast forward to 2025, our prices have increased. Money has become less and less valuable. The state of New Jersey, because they're in some sort of revenue crunch and cannot balance their budget, they are now going to force sellers that have equity in their home to now pay a mansion tax. Now, you may not have a mansion because the average home value in Cape May County is $750,000. So what's that mean to you? That means if 50% of the properties in Cape May County can exceed a sale price of $1 million. So now what's a tax that was limited to 10% of the sellers is now going to be a tax that's implemented over 50% of our sellers in this market. So this could affect you much more so than you had been led to believe. Why the huge increase? Again, the state of New Jersey is running at a deficit, and they are looking into every single revenue stream opportunity to help close that gap. Unfortunately, it's been led by people who do not run businesses and run it as a government. That's a whole nother point. So in 2004, the median home prices in Cape May County were about $450,000. That means that in 2025, when we've increased that average price to $750,000, it's gone up dramatically as far as sale prices go. This now puts the tax burden on much more of the sellers in New Jersey than it ever existed before. So what used to be a luxury tax has now become a common tax, in our opinion. For sellers, this could be a game changer. Let's say your home in Cape May County is worth $1.5 million. You're now on the hook for a 2% mansion tax. So let's break that down. That is $30,000 of your proceeds. For a $3 million home, you could be paying a tax of $60,000. This could lead to tougher negotiations. Sellers would be less willing to take a lower price because they have to absorb this cost. With 30 to 50% of homes in Cape May County now affected, this tax hits a lot of people more so than in 2004. If you're selling in Avalon, Stone Harbor, or Sea Isle, this is going to be very, very important to you because of the pricing on those particular communities far exceeds $1 million. So this may be a tax on every seller in those markets. So where do we go from here? So moving forward, sellers need to strategize as to how they're going to particularly price their home and how they're going to incur these costs. Working with a realtor that knows the South Jersey market is a very much important aspect for you to strategize and figure out how you're going to cover these costs and these new expenses so that you can still return that equity that you and your family made a smart investment in many, many years ago. The good news is that there's still a huge high demand for people who want to live here at the Jersey Shore. No one moves here for a job or for a school. They move here for the beach and the quality of life that they enjoy living here. This is going to, again, put pressure on inventory. Why? Well, if I have to pay an extra tax, what's my incentive to now sell my home? These are the few things that you need to really keep in mind. Aside from the tax, our wonderful town of Ocean City, New Jersey, the powers that be, are trying to implement a 3% tax on anyone who rents their property. So if you're in Ocean City and you have a rental property, you may want to consider what the ramifications are going forward into how you're going to pay that tax in Ocean City. My question is, how do they implement it and then enforce it to the average renter, average landlord? If it's not being done through a real estate office, how do they have any records of if and when you rented and for how much and how much tax to be collected? Is this something that's now going to be put onto the landlord? Is this something that's going to be now diverted off to accountants? There's another vote on the 17th of July, and it'd be very important if you are in Ocean City and you want to fight this tax. I think you should line up and let somebody know that you're not happy with the powers that be in Ocean City. One more real estate related item I wanted to bring to your attention is that the US government has finally now recognized cryptocurrency as a valuable asset to be used in the transaction of real estate purposes. So what's that mean? That means that anyone who's holding Bitcoin or any kind of cryptocurrency can now use that asset to buy and sell, or to buy a real estate property. So we don't know yet how this is all going to shake out. But what this does tell me is that the $15 trillion lending world of Freddie and Fannie Mae will now bring in the crypto assets into the ability to purchase. So now this could lend itself even to, let's say, higher property values. Allowing people to use different assets could only increase their wealth and potentially put another wrinkle into how we title property, how we hold property, and how we own property. So very interesting in where things are going to be going in the days to come. I say months to come. So pay attention, reach out to your local real estate agent if you have any questions. We're happy here to help you with any of your questions. So again, Chip Watson, Jersey Shore Real Estate Experts. We'd love to have you join us, provide these updates when there's anything critical happening in New Jersey and real estate. Make it a great day. Dream big.